Welcome class. Today we are going to discuss the first chapter of the NCERT, which is the electric charges and fields. In this chapter, the major points are quantization of charge, Coulomb's law, electric field, electric dipole and Gauss law. But before starting of the quantization of charge, I want to discuss the basic property of the charge, which is already discussed in the class 10th. Let us study an activity where a person is rubbing a glass rod with a piece of silk, and because of the friction, you know that there is a transference of electron from glass rod to the piece of silk, and because of this transfer of electron, the glass rod become positively charged and the piece of silk become negatively charged. So because of this electrification process, you know that there is no violation of law of conservation of charge. Now what is the law of conservation of charge? So you studied in the class 10, when two or more bodies in an isolated system, the charges get transferred from one body to another, but the net charge of the system remains same. What is the explanation? If you see here, before the rubbing the glass rod on a piece of silk, the glass rod is electrically neutral, while the piece of silk is also the electrically neutral. But when you start the electrification, that means you start to rub the glass rod on a piece of silk, then there is a transference of electron is occur. And because of this transference, the glass rod become positively charged. Let us assume the charge contained by the glass rod is Q. So I am writing plus Q because the nature of the charge is positive. And because of the piece of silk has the excess of electron, that is why it is the minus Q. Why I am writing the minus? Because of the excess of electron creates the negative charge property. So if you see that plus Q minus Q still is equal to 0 Coulomb. 0 Coulomb means still the system, that means the whole system including the glass rod and the piece of silk, the net charge contained by the system is 0. This is your law of conservation of charge. So due to the electrification process, there is no creation of the charge or the destruction of the charge. So in this video, I have discussed the one method of the electrification. Now it is your homework to identify two or more ways of the electrification, which is already given in your book. So try to find the other ways of the electrification. Thank you.